All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So I am having a jolly good time.
Yes.
I just want to tell y'all something because some of y'all may or may not understand, you know, what it's like being here, right? So I'm reading you all of this, and I'm telling you what the Most High says to do, and I'm telling you some of the hidden secrets, and I'm jealous. And you say to me, Rabbi Sheikh, what you jealous about? Why why should I tell you? Like I'm telling you, and I'm going to finish. Like we in chapter 17. I'm going to finish. I'm going to do all the way back up to Exodus. But why should I reveal any more of this truth to you with the depth of understanding and knowledge that I carry, and you not come here to walk in the traditions and the customs? Right? So I'm going to finish just to make you guilty. So you cannot say, it has not been told to us. We did not know. We don't want to come. So I'm going to finish. Right? When I get back to Exodus chapter 20, we had Genesis chapter 17. I'm going to continue to get back to Exodus chapter 20, and it's going to be the end. I'm going to just stop, and I'll be quiet, and I'll wait patiently. I'm going to rest. You understand? I'm going to rest. From what? From this useless endeavor. What useless endeavor? Talking to you through a camera. This changes nothing. It changes nothing. Then you will have your time to rethink, recalibrate, and calculate what you want. And those who want further answers, you'll reach out. Because I'm going to bring about now the 10th famine. What? I'm going to cause it. What? No, not the famine of food or drink. You have tasted the truth of the Lord with me. All type of deep knowledge. I've done so many videos over the year, and this right now, this foundations course, and now this judgment, the beginning of judgment course, you have tasted the goodness and the heritage that is the law of the sons of Israel, and how to get back your inherited land and take a possession from it. And you think you're going to continue to get it over YouTube. You can make a course online. We can learn. No. I do not use the ways of my oppressors for education. You cannot learn a custom and a tradition online. And me talking to you about it does nothing. This counts as no act of righteousness. What it does is bear witness to your sin and your rebellion. So every day I get up here and talk and share and show you how things overlap, you think, oh, I know. You don't know, because you have not done. And you have not done in the right place. See? So there's what to do in the right place at the right time. So that's an ordinance. It gives you what to do, where to do it, and how to do it. What, where, how. That's an ordinance. It answers those three questions. But you may think yourself, I can do it myself. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. I can do it right here. The Most High is with me. Sure. No problem. This is the same day. This today, right?
Yes.
On this new moon.
Yes.
Remember this one. Because I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, from this time until the next one, you're going to have a problem. What problem we going to have? No problem. I'll tell you exactly. So you're going to see this now on this new moon, this one right now.
This one, yes.
China and Russia have put out a joint statement to the United States and NATO today. This statement is nobody wins in a nuclear war. Together they said this. Now, you know they had to sign a bunch of treaties and stuff today.
Yes.
Nobody will win in a nuclear war. Okay? So now you're saying, Rabbi Sheikh, why is this important to me? Because today, the United States says us and NATO are going to move 300,000 troops into Ukraine to push Russia back into Russia to take back all the land that Ukraine lost in the war. They're sending 300,000 troops, armaments, and material. So now NATO is entering the war. They're not going to be in the border of Poland no more. They're going inside. No. Hear what I'm saying. So now you have to understand this. When they lose, you can pin they on both sides. They will make sure that the other side lose too. I'm minding my business. This has nothing to do with me. Nothing. However, there's only a famine of the law, meaning that the law is present, but you no longer have access to it. You understand?
I understand, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? A famine means there's food, but not that I can access.
Right.
There's food over there, there's food over there, but there's no food here. Not that there's no food nowhere. There's just no food where I am. So here, we will continue to feast on the law, and there will be famine. You understand?
I understand, sir.
All right. So you think you're going to sit down and you're going to be able to now, after I finish reading, do as I have done and deliberate and show everything that I've shown you. No problem. Knock yourself out. Try it.
Wow.
Try it. Right? Try it. There's going to be fruit from this. Right? I'm going to do just like Enoch did. Came out and he taught every day. Then he came out less. and less and less. Me, it's the reverse. I came out a little bit, and at one
Yes.
time, then at festival times, and now every day. Now, the next stage, after reversing what Enoch did from once in a blue moon to here and there to on special days to every day, I'm going to stop, and you'll have to be in my presence to actually receive the rest, because this ain't something played to play with.
No, it's not.
We going to work. Yeah, pray and work. You're going to go through these processes. There will not be this constant feeding of your entertainment value. All right. Where'd I put my water? I'm thirsty. Okay, we'll be back right after this, and then we're going right into our reading. All right, and we're back. I had to go get my water. All right. So where did we leave off yesterday?
We completed code 17, verse 23.
Code 1723 in Bereshit. No problem. So we addressed my jealousy today. That's good. I just want you all to know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't think that there is a program, there is. There is a definite program here. Let me get to chapter 17. So we left off, and we are discussing that the Most High has spoken to Abraham and has now made the covenant exclusive with a marking in the flesh. So it says to the children of Israel, if you want to get rid of the covenant, to make it pass away, the only thing you have to do is not get circumcised. Right? And you will die. You will be destroyed and lost among your people. So, uncircumcised, you die. All right? And circumcised, but not keeping the law, you die. So there's two ways of dying.
Yes.
Okay? If you don't want to keep the law and you just want to be out there and do what you want to do, be uncircumcised. You see? And if you are trying to keep the law and you're uncircumcised, you have to get circumcised. Okay? Now there's a hierarchy. Okay? There's an understanding. But the understanding and the hierarchy is not degrading to anyone.
Right.
Okay? There's no big I's and little U's. It is simply how the order is set up. What is permissible, what is not permissible. Everyone is treated with respect. Okay? So when the nations come here, they can't come here and consume up the land. The land is birthrighted. Okay? You can't come here and just consume it up. That's not going to happen. They have their own land to go back to. So you can't own our land and your land. So you have a covenant to keep the law on your land or not keep the law on your land. Well, whichever you decide and whatever come with it, you get.
Yes.
Okay? However, here we have a law, we have customs and traditions, and we keep it on our land. All right? That's the whole measure of it. And I just wanted to be sure that everyone understood, because when you nations come here hungry because of the food famine, I want you to understand, to be on our land, you're going to have to go through similar and likewise procedures. You have to be circumcised. You're going to have to partake in the covenant to Abraham as it extends outwards to you. Okay? That's what it is. If you will not, then you can't stay here. You cannot remain here and keep your foreign ways. Okay? You do your foreign stuff over there. Anything over here is how we do it over here. Right? Does that mean that we won't have trade with other nations? No, we got trade. We got plenty trade. Okay? But you can not do circumcision in your country over there, and we just conduct business. That's it.
Just not in our land.
Not in our land.
Not in our cities.
You can't come here and reside and be not in some type of status. There is a status. Okay? Now you can pass through respectfully. Okay? But if you plan on having any type of residency or employment or anything, you will have to hook to like everybody else.
Right, live by our culture,
Our laws,
tradition, laws.
The same way.
Live our way.
The same way we had to live by your foul laws and customs in your lands, you will live by our barbaric cultures and laws in ours.
Right.
You say what?
Ooh,
barbaric? Yeah, all of it. Yeah, no. We live by yours. Cancel culture, accepting this homosexual agenda in your country. We went through it. And you considered our ways barbaric. Now, when the table turned, because this law is the great reset.
Yes.
It's the great equalizer. When this goes through, want you to know, you will now be on the other side of the receiving end of this law.
Yes.
So as we were barbarians with you and accepted all you set forth in your land, you will accept all we put forth in ours.
Yes.
Should you have need to come reside with us. I want everybody to understand. I want everybody to have a fair assessment, right? Because we left off at the circumcision. All right? Continue.
And Abraham was the son of 99 years when he circumcised the flesh of his foreskin. Quick question. I'm noticing a pattern here. Every time that it goes to say the age of Abraham, it's always making the statement the Son.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so imperative of acknowledging him as the Son?
Because you have to understand that if you look at all of these covenants and all of these visitations, the Most High is being a father unto Abraham. You see? So Abraham was the son of 99 years. Wow. Right? We know he is the son of Terah, but the Most High is fathering over him. Seeing as how Abraham had to grow up without the presence of his father, he was fatherless.
Okay. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he circumcised the foreskin of his flesh.
So now Ishmael is 13 and he gets circumcised. All right.
In the same day, in the 14th year, was Abraham circumcised.
Abraham circumcised himself.
And Ishmael, his son.
And Ishmael.
And every man of his house.
And everybody else.
The house trained.
The house trained.
And the purchase with money of the sons of the people was circumcised with him.
So everybody, not just the blood of Abraham, everybody who was going to be under Abraham's rule and jurisdiction, whether they were paid, whether they were trained, raised up in, if you was here, hey man, let's go put it up on the table. Next.
And the glory of Yahweh was revealed to him in the valley of Mamre. And he, being ill from the pain of circumcision, sat at the door of the tabernacle in the fervor or strength of the day.
So he was in pain, right? And ill from the circumcision. So now, what people don't know, like when you do the circumcision, you have a few hours before the illness come upon you. And I remember I did mine, right? I did mine, and my cousin, he came and he wanted to spend time with me, and I was alone at the time. So, having any company was, a good thing. But he had some event going on, and he like, I really want you to come with me, please. And I went with him. It was a good thing I went with him. You know what I'm saying? Because when I started not feeling well, he dropped me off at the hospital. So, what happens is your body temperature starts to go up.
Right.
And you start going into the fever. So I went through it. Like, he took me to the hospital, and, they helped get the fever down, and, they gave me some meds or whatever, and made sure everything was clean and cleared up. But I know what that is, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And next.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 angels in the resemblance of men were standing before him.
3
of them.
Right. 3
angels who had been sent from the necessity of three things.
Okay, so three angels is sent. Okay? The messengers. Okay? Three angels resembling men. They don't always look like that. Okay?
Because
here's the necessity. So it's going to give you an explaining of how angels work. Okay? This is a law of heaven about to be revealed, because you don't know there is three laws. For the law is in three parts. The law of heaven, the law of the firmament, and the law of the earth. You think the law of the earth is the same law that is in heaven. No, it's not. There's a whole nother law up there. It's different. So here's the necessity of three angels.
Because it is not possible for a ministering angel to be sent for more than one purpose at a time.
Okay. The angels can only deal with one purpose at a time. You understand?
I understand, sir.
One at a time. So let's take a look. So now when the Most High takes the children of Israel, he rearranges their structuring. They cannot function in a Melchizedek way. What does that mean? It means you cannot function in 3 and 4 different purposes. The Melchizedek have 3 purposes: the birthright, the priesthood, and the kingship. You see? So while every tribe has its kings, right? Every tribe, there's a king over every tribe. They come under the kingship, which is from one house in Judah. One. Okay? Judah itself has its separate kingship, its separate chief and tribes, and their families, each designated and set apart. Levi, having no tribe, comes alongside Judah in the administration. Right? So people who function in the administration and in the kingship cannot function in the land, on the land, on top of it. Right? You can help. Yeah, we're working. We all work together to build. But when necessity calls and one has to administrate judgment or organization, the preparation, receive instructions, then you cannot function in the land. You have to leave from the farming and the shepherding and tend to the instruction of the Most High. You go into having a purpose. Okay? You understand? There's 2 different, none is greater or lesser. In the field, they still have the sheikhs. They still have a court. They still have these things.
Mm-hmm.
They still have a priest. He's out there with them. In the field, they have this.
Mm-hmm.
However, the people, the elders, and the sages who are dealing with the community's organization, they come up out of the field. The field have its own manager, its own function. Right. The people are taking care of that, but the organization is separate. This law. So now you can see a common thing.
Yes.
What is a common? This is a common thing, right? Now you see how the Most High changed the organization among the children of Israel, and it's not like the others.
So one person don't do it all. It's broke up. It's broke up.
It's broke up. So now we have the same function like the angels. There is no multitasking. Can't do this and this and this with any goodness. No. I'm doing this. I'm focused. I'll take care of this. Finish. Next thing, one. This. Same thing, and you will see this as the Most High is dealing with this line. He begins to show you certain processes. Once he calls Noah, he tells Noah, plant the trees. One purpose. While Noah waiting for the trees to grow, he tell Noah, go and tell the people my instruction, my word, and warn them. Then he tell Noah, stop. Go build the ark. Noah builds the ark. He's not teaching while he's building the ark. This requires full time and dedication. 1 second. This requires full time and dedication. So he's not building. Then after he's done building the ark, he's not going out no more to warn people about a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, Noah, sit at the door of the ark. Every animal that come before you, if it crouches down in submission, bring it in.
Yes.
If it come before you and stand,
let them go.
Leave it out. Only of these will you bring in to the ark. After I finish this, I'm going to be sitting here. And I'm going to sit here and see who comes. You come and you standing. You got it together. You on your own. You come. I come to learn. Listen. Just listen. I just need to help me. I don't know. I heard and you said and I just listen. I'll do whatever it takes. Inside. Watch.
You know something as you're sharing this. I think about with the multiple wives. You know, and we have the wife where she's trying to maintain the home, conduct business, trying to do it all. This is why you have multiple wives. So if you're the wife that goes out and do business, you have the other wife that's at home, you know, cooking, cleaning, or whatever. Then you have the wife who watches over the children. So you see the system functioning by having the plural wives and not you trying to do it all. That's why with you trying to do it all, there are things lacking. It's not functioning perfectly. So that's why when you're saying, It's like, oh, okay. So yeah, you gotta have. With the Proverbs woman, it's not just one woman.
Hey.
It can't
You
function.
can't function.
Can't function.
You can't function. It is too much.
You can't be the superwoman.
No.
Wow. So it says.
So recapping, now everybody, there is a one purpose.
Yeah.
So when you come, you can't come to learn and teach. You come to learn
first.
Then after learning, there's a time of work. Then after working, there's a teaching.
Yes.
Because then you'll know. No. This doesn't work like that. The fool will turn around and say, well, how do you know? Because I have worked this before. This work this way. That's how I know. I've already worked the work. Okay? So now that's just a recap. So we have understanding. One purpose at a time. One step. One step at a time. One day at a time.
Then had come to make known to him that Sarah.
So one came to make known to him that Sarah should bear a man child.
One had come to deliver Lot.
One came to rescue Lot. Hold on, we'll be right back after this. Now, you can ask the reasonable question. Why is one angel coming to Abraham concerning Lot? Because Abraham is the king, the high priest, and the possessor of the birthright. The covenant with him. So the Most High sent the angel to inform Abraham about what is about to happen and how he's going to conduct it in this time, seeing as how Lot is given unto him, raised up to him. Do you understand? I'm getting ready to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot's over there. What is Lot doing? He's living. You can go read about the story of Lot. You see, we're going to read it. It'll pass through, but it's telling us, hey, I'm about to extend my wrath. I will send destruction, the sword, upon Sodom and Amorah or Gomorrah. This one purpose. One purpose. Okay? So now one is dealing with, okay, I've come to heal Sodom. She will be with child. I'm coming to deal with this issue. Another one, I've come
to deliver Lot.
I have to get Lot out of Sodom and Amorah that he may live because of the covenant with you. See? And the next one, What's the next one?
And one to overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah.
And what? It says overthrow. You see this word overthrow?
Yes.
This word overthrow means what?
Remove forcibly from power. Put an end to.
You see, by the use of force. Right? To knock or throw down.
Wow.
Right? So when the Most High overthrew to remove from power Sodom and Gomorrah and those 5 cities, he told Abraham. Why he tell Abraham? Because he gave Abraham those cities and towns.
Yes. Yes.
So now he's telling Abraham, listen, I'm going to get rid of them. I'm sick of this because your righteousness has come up before me. The law is present. You are doing what I am asking you to do. Wickedness and righteousness cannot exist
together.
I must bring down the wickedness that has grown stronger than you. So now I will wipe it smooth from the face of the earth. You see?
Yes, sir.
So now he's going to wipe it smooth from the face of the earth. So now that we look at this, right?
Yes, sir. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the door of the tent and bowed himself on the earth.
So now he runs this. I don't know if he can run at 99. I know for one thing, he's a hustling over there.
Yeah, he is.
Now, here's a little culture, right? So the men, they don't go up to the door of the tent. They come within a distance to call to him to come out. Why are they doing this? Oh, I'll tell you exactly why. Because in the Testament tradition, you know this man is in here with his wife, and you don't know what her status is.
Right.
So you call to him, and he will come out to meet you. If he is not here, she will call out and say he is not here. And you go your way. You don't cross the border, the boundary. Lest you see her indecently exposed. You keep from this.
Right.
Okay? Now, what does Abraham say to thee?
And he said, I beseech by the mercies that are before thee, O Yah, if now I have found favor before you, that the glory of your Shekinah may not now ascend from your servant until I have set forth provisions.
Okay? So now he's telling these men, he's going to the men. But when he goes there, he's performing a prayer. This is a rakat, and he's talking to the Most High. He's not talking to the men.
No.
Right?
Right.
He come out, because it's the noonday. It says it came out. They were standing in the heat of the day. It's time for the noonday prayer. But he sees the men.
Yes.
And he's like, well, I won't pray in my tent.
Right.
Because I have a company. Let me come out. Assalamu alaikum. One more time. Wait 1 second. It's the time for the prayer. So he's making the prayer. not to these angels, to Allah. Okay? And then he says to the men, he's telling Allah, don't let these men go until I have set them provision.
Abraham again said to these men, let a little water be brought, and wash your feet and recline under the tree.
All right. Now, Abraham, after he finishes his prayer, he turns to the men and he says, 1 second, let me bring you some water, and this is the wudu. You will perform the wudu. You wash your hands and your feet and sit, relax. First things first, hospitality.
Yes.
Sit, relax. We will eat and discuss for what reason you have come to me today.
Yes.
This traditional custom.
Yes, it is.
Sit, coffee, tea.
Yes.
Something to eat. We can discuss now. First.
And I will bring food of bread that you may strengthen your hearts and give thanks in the name of the word of Yah, and afterwards pass on. For therefore at the time of repast are you come.
At the time Right? Of the meal. It's the time of the eating. You come here, it's the middle of the day. It's time for the eating. But also, before we eat, there is the prayer. Allahu Akbar. You've come at this time. So what I told you.
That's right. When prayer time, you come to sit down.
You come to me, this is my noon time for the prayer to eat. This is not his formal prayer, like in the morning and the evening. This is the blessing. You want to bless Allah. You've come at this time. Sit, eat with me. Well, we eat in this lunchtime.
Right.
I could tell you countless times I have gone into the store. We in the village. And I go to the store, to the hardware store, and it's the time, right? I need a screw, right, and a bolt so I can fix something in the house. And they are eating. You know what? Yalla, father, sit, eat. Here, wash your hands. Eat first. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's at the repast. It's time for the meal. We have to eat right now. Nothing can be done. There is no business, nothing.
Eat first.
Eat. Restore your soul, your flesh. In your body, you need this energy. Everybody needs some water, some food, sit. After, we will get what you need.
Yeah, it's very customary here. And have turned aside to your servant to take food. And they said, thou hast spoken well, do according to thy word.
Okay, so they says, you have said a good thing. This is good.
Right.
Do as you said. The Most High love those who tend to travelers. One of the entire purposes of the people of Abraham's sons is to tend
to service.
To the service of travelers, because we are to possess the middle corridor that connects Asia and to Africa, Europe to Africa. So people want to go from one to the other. You're supposed to protect the middle passage to allow safe passage because the land alone is deadly. So they need water and food just to make it through this area.
Wow.
Right? And we're supposed to, as a culture, be open to allow safe passage for the traveling people. There's not supposed to be any borders within. We have a different way of securing ourselves. And how that security is done is the men are outside and the women are inside. Except for, little things, the market, maybe a class, a school, but the women with the women and the inside. Outside, in the way, there's all the men. You go to this restaurant, this a man.
Right.
You go to this a man. And there is the highway which connects to allow safe passage from the west all the way up to the north. And from there, you own.
So that explains why when we were reading in the law, why there was such penalty to those who refused to give hospitality to us when we were passing through.
So when you ask for safe passage and for traveling, the people who don't keep Abraham's culture,
yes,
they remove themselves from the mercy of Allah and cut off the covenant which Abraham established because it's his children here. Lot, Saudi, and now us returning.
So that's why when Nabal refused to render hospitality to Dawood, it cost him his life.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Food here is cheap.
Yes.
This free, especially if you eating with me. Together, this no cost. You want to take food for you traveling? This is a cost. There's a profit here. But this meal right now, just to fill your belly for 1-2 hours, there's nothing. You see? You fill your belly at the table, you don't carry nothing with you. Just bless the name of Allah and go. Receive it in the name of Allah and go. Bismillah, Alhamdulillah. Go.
Wow.
Okay? Continue.
And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah and said to her, hasten 3 measures of flour meal, mix and make cakes.
Okay, so they're getting ready to make bread. Now you may say, bread take a long time. Not this bread.
No.
This bread, they call it sajah bread. You make this bread cook 20 seconds. Quick, fast. So the mix is very loose and thin. And the bread cooks very quick.
Right. And unto the flock ran Abraham and took a calf, tender and fat, and gave to a young man and hastened to make prepared meats.
Okay, so he came and he makes the savory meat. He give it to a young man. The young man is now going to kill it, clean it, chop it up, and season it up. After he wash it, it's going into the fire. This will be ready 15, 20 minutes while Abraham sits and entertains his guest. It's about a 30-minute preparation time. 30 to 45 minutes. But they patient. They don't need fast food. You know, I go in, food, no. No. This high quality. High quality, not microwave. Okay? This is the best, not McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's nowhere in the world. I don't care where I am. I don't eat. This kill you. You don't know when the meat killed. It's not clean. All right, coming back. What's the next one?
And he took rich cream and milk and the calf, which the young man had made into prepared meats.
So now he took the cream of the cow. He took the cow's milk. He set it to the side. Okay? And he has the milk and the cream.
And set them before them.
So now they have the cream before them. This optional. And he have the meat and the bread.
According to the way and conduct, hikath, of the creatures of the world. And he served before them, and they sat under the tree. And he quieted himself to see whether they would eat.
Now,
so he tested them.
This is a test. What test is this? Let me help you find the lawful reference of this examination, because Abraham knows not to eat the milk and the meat mingled together. Right? So let me go show you the law, because I know you cheeseburger lovers out there
they use this to justify them doing it.
No. Hold on. And then I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay? Y'all gonna love this. I'll give you these little nuggets. This is a little thing, but I'll unfold it. Okay? So meat and milk. Give me 1 second. It takes a little bit for my tablet to search. Here you go. Exodus 23 and 19. Milk, flesh, you are not permitted to dress or to eat flesh and milk mingled together, lest I be greatly displeased, and I prepare you the wheat and the straw together for your food. So this is a law of the earth. Right? This is a earth law given unto the Most High's people here. And now Abraham wanted to test the angels because they know the law so well, and we are always under test here. Abraham wanted to test them to see, is this law consistent with the law of heaven and what will be? Right? So he served it to them, correct?
Yes, he did.
All right, continue reading.
I will now appear and see whether, as the cry of a damsel torn. Wait, no, I'm reading wrong. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. I'm sorry.
Right?
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Okay.
So he quieted himself.
And he served before them, and they sat under the tree, and he quieted himself to see whether they would eat.
All right, we're going to pause right here. Because these is jokes, but you have to be inside to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he quieted himself to see whether they would eat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just going to read this to you, and I'll explain as we go. So on the third day after his circumcision, when Abraham was suffering in dire pain, Allah spoke to the angel saying, "Go to, let us pay a visit to the sick." Customs and traditions. Mm-hmm. Okay? When this person is sick, we go to visit them.
Mm-hmm.
The angels refused and said, "What is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him?" So this is when this conversation happened. Mm-hmm. So it happens over Abraham being sick.
Mm-hmm.
"And thou desirest to betake thyself to a place of uncleanness, a place of blood and filth." We'll be back. All right. So he says, "And you want to take thyself to a place of uncleanness, a place of blood and the filth." But Allah replied unto them, "Thus do ye speak, as ye live. The Savior of this blood is sweeter to me than myrrh and incense. If you do not to visit Abraham, I will go alone." So the day whereon Allah visited him was exceedingly hot, which is also in the story, for he had bored a hole in hell, so that its heat might reach as far as the earth. And no wayfarer ventured abroad on the highways. And Abraham he left undisturbed in his pain. But the absence of strangers caused Abraham great vexation. And he sent his servant Eliezer forth to keep a lookout for travelers. When the servant returned from his fruitless search, Abraham, in spite of his illness and the scorching heat, prepared to go forth on the highway and see whether he would not succeed where failure had impeded Eliezer, whom he did not wholly trust, bearing in mind the well-known saying, "No truth among slaves." At this moment, Allah appeared to him surrounded by the angels. Quickly Abraham attempted to rise from his seat, but Allah checked every demonstration of respect. Okay? And now Abraham gives his prayer, as thou livest, thy descendants at the age of 4 and 5 will sit in the days of come in the schools and in the synagogues will I reside therein.
Wow.
Okay? Meantime, Abraham beheld the 3 men. So Abraham does not see Allah. I told you, when he prays, he's praying to Allah, not to these 3. They were the angels Israfil, Jabril, and Raphael.
Okay.
Okay? They had assumed the form of human beings to fulfill his wish for guests towards him who exercised hospitality. Each of them had been changed by Allah with special permission, meaning with an instruction. They can't they're not these the righteous ones.
Right.
They do it with instruction.
Right, they're not free willies.
Right. Besides to be executed on the earth.
So when they come, they're coming with an instruction that is to be done here on earth.
Right. Raphael was to heal the wound of Abraham. Michael was going to bring Sarah the glad tidings that she would bear a son. And Jabril was to deal with Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? So, again,
So Israfil was sent for Sarah. Raphael
healed Abraham.
They all had their purpose. And Gabriel was sent for Sodom.
Okay? Now, where I'm reading from, these are the stories passed down. Right?
Yes, sir.
So because these are passed down from one to another, over time, the story gets a little twisted. So let me show you how we fix it. Go back to the law.
Which law would you like me to go to, sir?
Go back to the story with these 3 angels.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And what was the 3 purposes they came for?
Okay. It says, angels who had been sent from the necessity of 3 things. Because it is not possible for a ministering angel to be sent for more than one purpose at a time. One then
had come to make known
to him that Sarah should bear a man-child.
Pause. Now you can see the one dealing with Sarah is Raphael, but he is also dealing with the healing of Abraham. There's one purpose, because you need both parts to deal with. He has to heal Abraham so Abraham can make conception.
So roughly here, Abraham and said for Sarah.
Okay? Jabril is going to go and retrieve Lot. Why? Because Lot, his allotment is with Ishmael. They dwell together. We here in Jordan, Ishmael here as a brother. And it's part of Islam. This is the angel that governed them. You see? The angel which governed Islam is Jibril and its people. And then Michael takes care of the destruction of Sodom and Amorah, Israfil. He don't talk too much. He's straight. He don't talk too much.
Yes, sir. You want me to continue with the law?
No, I'm going to clear this up. Okay. And you can see this also in the names. Right?
Yes, because Rapha, healing.
Rapha, healing. Okay? Jabril, this is a messenger. Israfil is Yashar. He come to make straight. Make straight. Yeah? Straight? I straighten it right now. I destroy everything. It's a no clean. All right. That being ironed out. Next.
Okay. And they said, 18:9. And they said to him, where is Sarah, thy wife? And he said, behold, she is in the tent. And one of them said, returning, I will return to thee in the coming year, and you shall be revived. And behold, Sarah, thy wife, shall have a son. And Sarah was hearkening at the door of the tent, and Ishmael stood behind her and marked what the angel said.
Hold on. Let's take a listen. What's this word mark? Okay. It was clearly noticeable.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was distinguished. Okay. It was something to be visibly noticed, having distinction. Okay. It was marked.
Yes.
Right? So Ishmael, Prophet Ishmael, heard and said, I am going to watch this. This is important. She's going to give birth. He's 13. He can understand full well what is being said.
Yeah, because it was known that Sarah was barren.
And Ishmael is behind Sarah.
But Abraham and Sarah were old. They had mounted Alu in days, and with Sarah the way of women had ceased. And Sarah wondered in her heart, saying...
So we breezing past this, right? But they had Alu gained up, mounted up, piled up, stacked up Alu in years. Right? So she's like, they're like, wait a minute.
That's no way possible.
And this is a repeat of what Abraham is talking about. He's like, shall a man in his Senior time. Have a progeny now?
Yeah, because he was 100 and she was 90.
She 90. Her way of women had ceased. You know, the cycle. I don't get the monthly.
Right.
But no, this is a point. For this generation. You don't understand, but the majority of you who coming are going to have issues with birthing. Some vasectomies, some other issues. The women, they have tubes tied and this and that, and they're unable to conceive. This one have a hysterectomy.
Like myself.
This one have cysts and fibroids, and she can't hold the baby. This one have. You're coming with all the issues. Let me show you something you've not seen. A bunch of people who cannot have children, they will be having children. Come with your vasectomy. Come with your issues of whatever.
Even past the age, you still gonna be able to have children. Woo!
Yes. Come with your erectile dysfunction. Come with everything. All your impotence come. Because now we fix it. We fixed it. Now we fixed it. Abraham, the same way I told you in the last generation, in the end of the days, I will bring them. Now in the end of your days, I bring forth the father of them. See? One word, 2 times. Go ahead.
And Sarah wondered in her heart, saying, after that, I am old. Shall I have conceptions? And my Lord Abraham is old. And Yah said to Abraham.
Now he does not talk to Sarah.
To Abraham.
What? He does not talk to Sarah in this matter. What? The Most High does not speak to Sarah.
Right. Isn't that interesting?
I'm just telling you the truth. I heard from the Most High. You need to tell me you heard from an angel or a dream or something. Do not tell me you spoke to him. I don't want to hear it. He spoke to Abraham. There has to be in between this. I told you. You angry? Are you angry? I'm sorry you angry.
You better know who's talking.
But you better know who you're talking to. You need to ask. From where are you come? In truth, in the name of God, identify yourself. You out there talking to genies. Go ahead.
Why has Sarah so laughed, saying, can it be in truth that I shall bear being old? Is it possible to hide anything from before Yah? At the gracious time, I will return to thee, In the time when you shall be revived, and Sarah shall have a son. And Sarah denied and said, I wonder not, for she was afraid. And the angel said, Fear not, yet in truth thou didst laugh.
So hold on. The only one talked to Sarah
Was the angel.
was angel. The only one talked to her God
Was the angel.
When Allah speak, he talked
directly to the man.
I'm talking to the man. This Adam, this Noah, this Sham, this Abraham, this Moses, this Muhammad, directly. And even then, I still send a messenger, and he speak in my name.
But with the woman, it is
with the woman,
angel or dream.
The angel said, "Hey." She lied out of fear. What happened? The Most High talked to Abraham, and the authority now revealed. He don't come now. He talk now in pleasant tone. Mm-hmm. He's correcting. What? Mm-hmm. Abraham, why this woman? She's oh no, this is a mistake. Why has this woman laughed? Mm-hmm. Can it be in truth that I shall bear? And like, can it be truth that I shall bear being old? Mm. Is it possible to hide anything from before me? She don't recognize authority like this before. Abraham is doing obedience. That's what the word is called. He's giving honor and homage and respect. He knows who's standing in the midst of these angels that he cannot see. The Most High is hiding himself. Mm-hmm. When she heard the rebuke come, she wanted to deny it. Mm-hmm. Sarah, wait, no. I wondered not. She didn't even say it. She's like, I didn't even say this out loud. Mm-hmm. The angel said, calm down, woman.
Fear not.
Don't be afraid. He's not going to destroy you now.
Right.
Yet, in truth,
you did laugh.
You did.
Yeah, you did laugh. Yes, you did. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And the angels who had the likeness of men arose from there. And what happened?
And the one who had made known the tidings to Sarah ascended to the high heavens.
Now, who is this?
That is Raphael.
So he goes back to heaven. Angel body, heaven. Not this. He looking like a man. He's not a man. This angel body, and he go back to heaven.
Okay. And two of them looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them. So that's
Mike, Israfil, and Jabril.
Israfil.
What I tell you. What I tell you. So when the two angels come to Lot, so now this is an overlapping of the story. Mm-hmm. This is the same time. When the two angels come to Lot, you know who they are. This is Israfil and Jabril together.
Just Just like Israel
and Ishmael
are to be together. That's why the Nephilims work so hard to keep us separated.
Ishmaeli and Itzaki, these two branches of family together. I know, this is what I'm jealous about, because I have to sit here and explain this to the whole world. Nothing is private or nothing have any intimacy. I have to expose the truth like this. This conversation for family to have inside family. But no, because mine is all over, I have to use this. So I accept. I'm going to tell you like this. Who's going to tell me I'm wrong? These Nephilim over here think to themselves that they can lie and deceive the world, and the family don't accept them. We don't like. Don't worry, your eviction soon. You will taste what it feels like to be evicted from the land. I swear. Wallah. Wallah, you will taste it. You will see. You will be evicted and I will go home. And I'm sitting here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Hands clean. No blood. I ain't do nothing. I just sit here and watch the world turn you out. Go ahead.
And Yah said with his word, I cannot hide from Abraham that which I am about to do. And it is right that before I do it, I shall make it known to him. For Abraham is to be a great and mighty people, and through him shall all the peoples of the earth be blessed. Because his holiness, piety,
Hasiduta. Okay? Hasiduta. Piety. His holiness. Right? And we'll be back right after this. I'm going to come into that. Okay. So this piety, Hasiduta, is holiness. Okay? The Hasidutha is manifest before me. Right? And what is it? What holiness, what Hasidutha is the Most High talking about? Go ahead, read.
And that he will instruct his sons and the men of his house after him to keep the ways that are right before Yah.
Whoa!
To keep the ways.
So piety is to instruct his sons and the people of his house in the ways that are right before Yah. So, hold this for 1 second. Because I'm going to give you an instruction. I know I said I wasn't going to do this too much, but you need to understand this, because he says Abraham taught his sons the ways the customs and the traditions which are right. So let's see, where else have I seen this? Isaiah chapter 51, verse 1. Attend to my memra, my words. You who pursue the truth. You who seek teaching from Yah. Consider that as the hewn stone from the rock you were cut from. That's the cut rock. So I cut the rock. I cut Abraham out of a stone. What stone? I cut Abraham out from the house of Shem. Right? And as the rubble, right? The seed, because rocks produce rubble.
Yes.
Right? So as the many seeds or the many small stones from the big stone, and from the pit, the womb you were brought out of, this Abraham and Sarah.
Yes, the empty pit.
Right.
Wow.
So, the empty pit you were brought out of.
Ooh.
You see? Consider Abraham your father and Sarah who was pregnant with you, for when Abraham was alone, but one, single in the world, I brought him near to my service. I blessed him and made him many. For Yah is about to comfort Zion and to comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, her deserts like the garden of Yah. Joy and gladness will be found in Zion, in her, those offering thanksgiving and the voice of those singing. Attend to my memra, my words, my people, and give ear to my service, my congregation, for the law is going forth before me, and my judgment as a light. To it, people join. My virtue is near. My salvation has gone forth. By the strength of my mighty arm, peoples will be judged. Islands wait for my memra. See, like Jamaica. And for the strength of my mighty arm, they hope. Just wanted you to hear that, because now we go back to the law, and it says, because of Abraham's holiness, his hasiduta, is manifest before me, that he will instruct his sons. He only have the one promise, which is Isaac and Ishmael, 2 branches. But all the sons that come under them, and all the people of his house, all the men, to keep the ways, the customs and the traditions that are right before Yah, to do justice and judgment. Now, to get the further refinement of the law, that Yah may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken. Now you see why I want to stop talking to you? This is why. Because without you coming To do it under my instruction, you'll never make it. Even I show you this is like one drop of water. It will not deliver you. You have to move. You have to give your money to buy back the land the same way Abraham bought land. This is the holiness of Abraham. I've already read to you the whole entirety of the law, and now as we go to judge, right? The law is the law, the justice, right? The judgment is now as we evaluate how the Most High was. We went from Adam, now we're here at the covenant of Abraham and the circumcision, and it is reiterating the prophecy of Isaiah. And you think that you're going to get teleported somewhere? Whoever is for the word of Yahweh, let him come to me. And let the worshipers of the Gentiles be delivered to the sword. And when you come for service and with prayers of forgiveness, that the Yahweh might forgive you of all the sins which you have committed. That's what Anani have to say, Rabbi Sheikh. That's what I have to say. Let's see who come now. Now, go ahead.
And Yahweh said to the ministering angels, the cry of Sodom and Amorah, because they oppress the poor, and decree that whosoever giveth a morsel to the needy shall be burned with fire.
So now, this is the same way. You cannot do any free food charity in the United States. You can't grow food and you can't give food away. Same thing, right? This is Europe, UK, all of you. Continue.
Is therefore great, and their guilt exceedingly weighty. I will now appear and see whether, as the cry of a damsel torn away, which ascendeth before me, they have made completion of their sins, or whether they have made an end of their sins. And if they have wrought repentance, shall they not be as if innocent before me? And as if not knowing, I will not punish.
So let's see. Today is a judgment day, right? The new moon. Just like it was judgment day in the days of Noah. Let us see now if America has changed its ways. It's supposed to be governing the children of Israel by this law. Is it changed today? No. Okay. You're guilty. I told you, the more I read, the more guilty you become. Continue.
And the angels who had the likeness of men turned thence and went towards Sodom. And Abraham now supplicated mercy for Lot and ministered in prayer before Yahweh. And Abraham prayed and said, wilt thou destroy in thy displeasure the innocent with the guilty? Perhaps there are 50 innocent persons within the city who prayed before thee, 10 for every city. Of all the 5 cities of Sodom, Amorah, Admah, Zeboim, and Zoar, wilt thou in thy displeasure destroy and not forgive the country on account of the 50 innocent ones who are in it? Unholy would it be before thee to do according to this word, to slay the innocent with the guilty, and to make the innocent to be as the guilty. That be unholy with thee. It cannot be that one who is the judge of all the earth should not do justice.
So now you get the full explanation as to what Abraham is accounting before the Most High, and he's reasoning with him because he's holding the Most High himself accountable to the law which he gave to us to govern in the earth. Right? You know the problem with our time? I'll tell you the problem with our time is right now, all the righteous men that I know are silent as Saddle was when after she laughed. There is none to intercede on your behalf. Why? Because the wicked must be purged, and there is no other way to save the nation. We have no other choice. Go ahead. You can check it. The Most High said, and I quote, not exactly, but close enough. I looked for a righteous man in all the earth who would intercede on your behalf, and I found none. I told you when I started today, I'm going to finish this reading, that I'm going to leave you guilty. I will be silent. You think it's a game. You think I'm joking with you. No. There's no more games. I will put an end to your playing and stations. I will put an end to your X's and your boxes. There will be none in your Tindos.
Or your metaverse.
Won't be a metaverse, a megaverse, or a netaverse. No, there will be nothing. We will communicate, but it will be brought down. You will work this field and return this garden as it was, or you will die. Test the memory if you like. Right? It's not like I could come out and come get you in the night like the boogeyman. The memory endures. You will get this. Go ahead, continue.
And Yah said, if I find in Sodom 50 innocent in the midst of the city who pray before me, I will forgive all the land on their account.
Oh, if he could find 50, right?
Find 50. That's 10 in each 5
right.
cities.
Now, here's another problem. He's talking about literally these 5.
These 5 cities, yes.
They over here, and they in the land.
Yes.
You not even in these 5. You don't stand no chance because you wrong and you wrong. Continue.
And Abraham responded and said, I pray for mercy. Behold, now I have begun to speak before Yah. I, who am as dust and ashes, perhaps of the 50 innocent persons, 5 may be wanting.
So he's reasoning. Wait. So if there's 550, maybe 10% of this couldn't be poured or something. They may not be in 100% status, right? Because being poured, you lack all of the requirements.
Yes.
Right? So he says maybe 10% is poured. So what happens?
On account of the 5 who may be wanting to Zor, wilt thou destroy the whole city? And he said, I will not destroy it if I find there 45.
Okay.
And he added yet to speak before him and said, perhaps there may be 40 found there, 10 for each city of the 4 cities in Zor, whose guilt is lighter. Forgive thou for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not make an end for the sake of the 40 innocent ones.
So you went from 50 to 45. What about 40?
And this is all in Zor.
This is
in Zor. This is not Sodom and Gomorrah. No, this is Zor in particular. And he said, let not the displeasure of Yah, the Yah of all the world, wax strong against me, and I will speak. Perhaps 30 who pray may be found there, 10 for each of the 3 cities, and Zeboam and Zor, forgive them for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not make an end if I find 30 there. And he said, imploring mercy, I have now begun to speak before Yah, the Yah of all the world. Perhaps 20 who pray may be found, 10 in each of the 2 cities, and the 3 forgive thou for thy mercy's sake. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 20 innocent. It keeps getting narrower and narrower.
So he's saving 5 cities. If he can find 20 in 2 of them. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he said, I implore mercy before thee. Let not the anger of Yah, the Yah of all the world, grow strong, and I will speak only this time. Perhaps 10 may be found there, and they will pray for mercy upon all the land, and thou wilt forgive them. And he said, I will not destroy for the sake of the 10 who may be innocent.
Now, I want y'all to see this.
Yeah.
Because this is going to get real funny. When he gets down to 10, Abraham is thinking, surely Lot and 10 men, 9 other men down there keeping the law. I'm sure of this. I brought them back from the war. He was still keeping the customs, the cultures that I taught him. Surely at least 10 of them, minimum 10 of them, in one city can sort this out. Even if they scattered about, it's still 10 men. So I have the Most High's word for this. Let's see if the city survives. Go ahead.
And the majesty of the Shekinah of Yah went up.
So now you see, Most High's only thing show up is his Shekinah. He's not one of the angels. His Shekinah is among them. Told you. Oh, it says the Most High went down to visit. There's the Shekinah. That's it. This what we get. We get Shekinah. Continue.
When he had ceased to speak with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place, 2 angels came to Sodom at the evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot saw and rose up to meet them from the gate of the tabernacle.
So now everything Abraham have, Lot has exactly the same.
And doing the same.
He has a house of instruction. He have his own gate, right? His own house. He have the gate. The gate is the synagogue, a house of study, right? So he have his own house of instruction. He have his own house of judgment. He's sitting there in the sheik. That's what we call it now in Arabic, the sheik. So he's sitting there, the sheikh sitting the sheik. This is where he's sitting. All right?
And he bowed his face to the ground.
Yeah, he's making salah.
And said, I beg now, my masters, turn now hither.
Okay, 1 second. So the angel goes now to see Lot, and Lot has the same culture, customs, and traditions of Abraham.
Sure does.
Has the same ways. Okay? They have the same ways. Jordan have the same culture, customs, and traditions of Abraham. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see now if I'm correct.
And enter the house of your servant and lodge, and wash your feet, and you will arise and proceed on your way. And they said to him, no, for in the street we will lodge.
So they tell him, no, we rest in the street.
And he persuaded.
Oh, and wudu.
Wudu.
You have to do the wudu. You have to wash and clean yourself. Come in, clean yourself, and stay here. You can stay in the sheik. They say, no, we'll rest in the street. Okay?
And he persuaded them earnestly, and they turned aside to be with him. And they entered his house.
So now, this is the test. It's a test.
Yes, it is.
They came. No, we good. We'll rest it. No. Come. This is a test.
Yes.
And he's earnest. No. I cannot accept this. You are the messengers of Allah. You cannot trick me. Come in, sit down. You stay in here tonight. And what time is this now? Let's go. Continue.
And they entered his house, and he made a repast for them. Same thing as with Abraham.
So he comes now. Now is dinner time. So they went to Abraham
for lunch.
They have a lunch. Now they come to Lot and they have a dinner.
And he prepared unleavened cakes.
Same as Abraham.
And it seemed to him as if they did eat.
So it seemed to him like they ate. He don't know. exactly. But I made it. It looks like, I think they eat it.
Yes, yes. They had not yet lain down when the wicked men of the city, the men of Sodom, came round upon the house, from the youth to the old man, all the people throughout. And they cried to Lot and said to him, where are the men who entered with thee tonight? Bring them out to us, and we will lie with them.
So now, never mind the other sins. They were already being judged for those things. Death was coming. Then they yet to add the homosexual agenda. And I don't care. You can't cancel me because you have to make me famous before you can cancel me. Yes. I'm already on the back lot of YouTube and every other media. You have to struggle to find me because of my family. So go ahead. Now they add this. You think there's deliverance for you out there? All of you out there living under the laws of the Gentiles, because their laws give worship to their idols. So if you're out there living under their laws, you are out there worshiping their idols with them. Don't worry. Iron this out real smooth, just like what happened in Lot. Go ahead. What happened?
And Lot went out to them to the gate and shut the door after him. And he said, I pray, my brethren, do not thus wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters who have had no dealing with a man. I will now bring even them out to you to do to them as is meet before you.
So I will give my daughters to you, and you can do to them and enjoy yourselves with them rather than give up these men. Right? Rather than these men. I know who these are. These is the messengers of Allah. Listen, no, not this. So he's being an intermediary to the wicked. That don't save the wicked none.
No.
But he's interceding on their behalf. He's giving them warning. But what happens?
Rather than you should do evil to these men, because they have entered in to lodge under the shadow of my roof.
They are in his beza, his shadow, under his protection. Go ahead.
And they said, give up this. And they said, did not this come alone to sojourn among us? And behold, he is making himself a judge and judging the whole of us.
So now they're saying, he came in to dwell with us all. And now you're trying to elevate yourself to make yourself judge of us. Now Lot is a judge.
Yes.
He is judging the situation. However, he's surrounded by a wicked people, and they don't accept him or his judgment. They think of him as common.
But now we will do worse to thee than to them. And they prevailed against the man, against Lot, greatly, and came near to shatter the door.
So they bulldozed over Lot. Maybe they even beat him and came in to kick in the door.
And they were trying hard to get to those men.
Oh, they was going to get them. And what happened?
And the men stretched forth their hands and brought Lot unto them in the house and shut the door.
So now the men came out and they snatched Lot from the crowd and went back in the house and shut the door.
But the men who were at the gate of the house, they struck with a suffusion of the eyes.
They gave all of them cataracts instantly.
From the young to the old, and they weary themselves to find the gate.
You can't find the door when you blind. We fix this quick. Everybody blind. All right. As we were saying, Lot,
Yes.
that's what happened. Where is this door?
And the men said to Lot, hast thou yet in this city kinsman or brother?
So now they come to ask Lot, you have any kinsman or brother? Any. This is any. And he says what?
Thy sons-in-law, thy sons and thy daughters, take forth from the place.
So now they say, Lot, you got any son-in-laws? Any sons?
Right.
And your daughters, take them from here.
For we are about to destroy this place.
For we are about to destroy the place. Who's we? You remember the we? Let's practice keeping context.
Yes.
Who is we?
Raphael and Gabriel.
Israfil and Jabril. Right? Michael and Gabriel. For you Americans. Go ahead.
For the cry of it, for we are about to destroy this place. For the cry of it before Yah is great, and Yah has sent us to destroy it.
Continue.
And Lot went forth and spake with his sons-in-law who had taken his daughters, and said, Arise, come forth from this place, for Yah destroyeth the city.
Okay, so now, just like then, you get the fair warning. Get up now and come from this place, for Yah is about to destroy your nations.
Right, because the sons-in-laws are the ones that were betrothed.
They married to the daughters. Okay? Now you have the instructions for this. See, when we get there, you get the understanding. Here's your opportunity. Okay? Just get up and leave from that place. Next.
But the word was as a wonder. And he said, as a man ranting in the eyes of his sons-in-law.
All right. I'm ranting. No problem. I accept. Moving on.
And at the time that the morning was about to uprise, the angels were urgent upon Lot, saying, Up, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters who are with you, lest you perish in the condemnation of the inhabitants of the city.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Now, up. Up. Get up. Take these women with you and go now. Lest you die with the rest of the inhabitants of these 5 cities.
So
This next day, in the morning, first thing, okay, sleep. They waiting. They not even getting no rest. He tried the sons. He goes to bed. They came to him at sunrise.
Let's go. Get up.
Get them together. Get out of here now. Forget everything. You don't need nothing. Just go.
So it says here that they needed to go now. Because if they did not go, they was going to receive the judgment, the destruction.
For rebellion.
So you mean they can't hide up in the mountains?
No. No hiding in the mountains. No eating in the mountains. Stay off of the mountains.
No going into the caves?
No. No bunkers for this. Move. Get out.
So no, it come and get them and not touch them?
Nope. Wait, it gets better. Wait, read the next part. Watch this.
And at that time that the morning was about to uprise.
No, you skip.
Okay. But he delayed.
There it is.
And the men laid hold on his hand and on the hand of his wife and on the hand of his 2 daughters. For mercy from Yah was upon them, and they brought them forth and set them without the city.
Didn't go far, but they got out the city. They got out the nation. See, if you get up and follow instructions, you can make it all the way. But if you don't, well, those of you who survive, you will be going to a new country, but you're not going to be able to get here.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're going to delay.
Yes.
Same way.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing.
They're not going to change the script.
No, they're not.
Let's see what happens next.
And it was that as they led them without, one of them returned into Sodom to destroy it.
See? One returned in. One, come on, Lot.
Let Lot out like said it will do. Right.
And the other one, I got this. I've been waiting.
It's refused. Return.
I will iron this out. What's this? Warm up for the last day. Because I've waited long
time. And one remained with Lot and said to him, be merciful to your life. Look not behind you, and stand not in all the plain. To the mountain escape. But
where is he? He's here in Jordan. He's down here to the south. They tell him to get up to the sanctuary. Where? Right here where I'm staying. Go up to Gilad. To the mountain area. Yeah, I know. You don't want to listen. Don't worry. Delay. Take your time.
Or you perish.
Your escape or die. You think I'm crazy. I know. Don't worry. One of us, right, me, or the multi-millions and multitudes of you, is right. I'm sitting alone. You have my brother there. Nobody contacts him. But don't worry. We fix this. You will enjoy. Good times. Go ahead.
And Lot said to him, I beseech of thee, endure with me a little hour until I have prayed for mercy from before Yah. Behold now, thy servant hath found mercy before thee, and thou hast multiplied the kindness. Thou hast done me in saving my life, and I am not able to escape to the mountains, lest evil overtake me and I die. Behold, now I pray this city, it is a near habitation and convenient for us to escape thither.
Okay. Convenient. Go ahead. You people who want to alter the Most High's instruction because you know better. Watch.
And it is small, and the guilt thereof light. I will flee thither then. Is it not a little one, and my life shall be preserved? And he said, Behold, I have accepted thee in this matter also, that I will not overthrow the city for which thou hast spoken, to destroy it, that thou mayest escape to it. Hasten and flee thither, for I cannot do anything till thou hast entered there. Therefore he called the name of the city Zoar.
So now you see how Zoar get his name. However, Zoar was due for destruction. And the Most High don't destroy Zoar. And he gave him this mercy because of the petition of Lot, and Lot goes to Zoar. And now the rest of the Agim who escape from Zoar and this filth of this agenda is full-fledged upon the whole earth because of this advisement. From where? From here. From Jordan. Lot make this, and now you get to hear, you understand how this, if the Most High kill all the homosexuals, he don't kill all, because Lot go to Zoar, and Abraham prayed about this, and Zoar was slated for destruction, but Lot flee to Zoar, and the angel says, okay, I have no power to shed your innocent blood, and you and your wife and your two daughters are going here. I won't destroy this place because you are going there. But this is on your account. So the sin of Lot. He stopped the Most High from erasing this sin of Sodom and Gomorrah, and now it has come to fruition from all over the world. Why? Who was living in Zoar at the time? I know the Nephilim, sons of Og, was living here. Now they going everywhere. Here you go. Keep going. It gets better.
The sun had passed the sea and come forth upon the earth at the end of 3 hours, and Lot entered into Zoar. And the word of Yahweh had caused showers of favor to descend.
The reward
of favor.
Of favor from before Yahweh. What? You worked for this. You have earned it. Here is the reward of my favor for the work you have supplicated me for until now.
So many are sitting there asking for the favor of God. Well, here it comes.
Here it comes. Here it comes, right to you. It's coming, just like this. You want the favor of God, right? For the reward of what you have worked for. Right? What you have worked for.
Yep.
You forget there is a law. It's not about your talk. It is also about your walk. So you have been talking one way, and walking
another.
The opposite. Your mouth flows sweet as honey, but your heart is far from it. You have been walking in the wrong direction. So now you receive the favor of which you have earned. Come.
To descend upon Sodom and Gomorrah, to the intent that they might work repentance, but they did it not.
So you didn't do it.
So that they said...
See, you didn't work repentance. So repentance
is work.
There's a work to be done. It's not words. He don't care about the prayer without the actions to repair. He doesn't care about the prayer without the action to repair. You have to repair and restore. But you have not done so. America, Europe, and the rest of you nations, you have not done anything. So enjoy what you're getting. What they get?
Wickedness is not manifest before Yah. Behold.
So what? Wickedness is not manifest before Yah. Look.
Then there are now sent down upon them sulfur and fire from before the word of Yah from heaven.
You will get this sulfur and this fire as well. Enjoy.
And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and the herbage of the earth.
He killed everything. When I tell you these nations are going to become uninhabitable, you will see, and then you will say, we did not know. We did not know. If we had known, we would have surely obeyed. You lie. Because when you go back and I show you the record, you will say, this was here the whole time? Yes. And you did not care to look for it. Neither did you obey. You were on your Instagram and your Facebook, and you were talking in baka baka. Listen, this our time for today. We pick this up tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right? One step at a time, one day at a time.
One